Hello and welcome back to Homebrew MTG. Before we kick off this video, we have some really exciting news. First of all, you can now become a patron to the channel. Doing so will unlock some really fun perks and also help the channel in maintaining its ability to create engaging content. And secondly, we have an affiliation with TCG Player. They are one of the biggest Magic the Gathering product sellers on the entire internet. So if you're looking to buy some cards, and you know who isn't, checking out the link in the description below will enable you to support the channel while picking up those sweet products. Alright, without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, due to the fact that July season is about to end, it probably would have ended by the time you see this video. We're going to look at the deck that I've enjoyed the most this season, which has got me to diamond rank. It's super quick, super fun, not normally the colours that you would associate to be aggro, but we have Azorious Fliers. So that is white and blue for a lot of evasion in the air. So it's pretty simple and actually low costed in terms of wild cards. It's not going to use up lots of rare and mythic slots, and in paper it's one of the most budget competitive options out there. So I'll run through the deck quickly and then I'll show you what it can do. As mentioned, we want as many flyers as possible. Early 1 or 2 drops are essential to really put on the pressure from the get-go. Healer's Hawk, 4 of, really nice, and allows you to get a little bit of lifelink because it is as a deck susceptible to the Rakdos sacrifice like Cat Oven decks that drain you, so that early life gain is important. 4 times Faerie Miscreant, it's really useful for getting those flyers on the board early, and if you're lucky you can draw some cards from it. Likewise with the Spectral Sailor, you can flash this out against aggro decks, trading, meaning that you won't take that initial damage, and the inbuilt card draw is really good late game. 4 of Rally of Wings, this is probably the best card in the entire deck. At uncommon, you might think this isn't very powerful, but untapping all your creatures and giving them +2/+2 just leads to so many blowouts. If the power and toughness boost doesn't win you the game, the untap ability granting pseudo vigilance just is really essential to prevent any crackback. 3 lots of Lofty Denial, really useful counter magic, and it gets pretty much into an unconditional counter spell if you have one of those flyers, and guess what, you will have one of those flyers. Skycat Sovereign, this gets bigger depending on the amount of flyers that you have. I've got this into double figures many times, and it even allows you to create your own flyers when you need a mana sink. Watch of the Spheres, this is a super cool inclusion from M21, reduces the cost of your flyers, and when they come down it gets a +1/+1 power and toughness boost, which swings in for all important damage. 1 pick of Brazen Borrower, I like the fact that this is quite low to the ground, but it can be really useful getting rid of those pesky non-land permanents. Winged Words, just excellent card draw for the cost reduction, just costs you a island and a colourless to draw you 2 cards. That's a fantastic rate. Imperial Eagle, boosting up all your creatures, and it feels so good when you can play it for just a white and a blue from the Watcher of the Spheres. Super cool. Jubilant Skybonder, this makes your flyers harder to kill by making spells that your opponents cast cost 2 more. Again, similar to the Brazen Borrower, put in a Teferi. We are quite susceptible to the flash lineup, so the Teferi prevents that and allows you to bounce the occasional creature. And Sephara, this is super good. I don't like running more than 1, but on the occasions that you can get this out, it gives all your creatures indestructible and provides that essential life gain. Onto the lands, 7 plains, 8 islands, 4 Hallowed Fountains and 2 Temple of Enlightenment. I've only included 2 because we do want to make sure that we are getting our creatures out as quickly as possible, but the occasional filtering is really useful. So that's the deck. We are going to give it a go. So after today, the season will end, allowing you to try and climb that ladder again. In terms of this hand, we're going to keep it. We've got some nice curve, and like I said, that Rally of Wings is amazing. So we'll play the Fairy, drop that down. It's really interesting, this deck, because you wouldn't really associate, like I said, this to be aggressive colours, but you'd be surprised how quickly it can finish games. I presume that we're against a instant and sorcery, maybe counter burn deck. Not very prevalent in the matchups that I've seen, but 2 ops in 1 turn seem pretty decent. Okay, now we can start cooking. Play an island. I think we're gonna go, yeah, we'll play another Watcher. And then let's start attacking. We're happy with that. Yeah, so there's that red and a Sprite Dragon. Yeah, that could be quite problematic. So unfortunately we don't have enough flyers or that extra land to get the Sephara or the Lofty Tanar out. And there's a counter spell. Okay, so let's double attack. Okay, we don't mind blocking, that's fine. Okay, so when he's got removal, that is quite problematic. Nice, and a Stormwing Entity. Yikes, I haven't seen too many of those, but it's certainly looks good on the text box. Okay, so we can flash out the Sailor and hopefully counter one of his spells. Right, so that's exactly what we need it for. And then we can counter him. Won't block just yet. So what we're going to do... Yeah, unfortunately that is quite powerful. So this is a problem with this deck. If you haven't closed out the game quickly enough, you just draw the occasional flyer or counter spell, which doesn't allow you to get enough board presence to push home that advantage, because it's really a 1-for-1. Unless you draw a winged word, then you can start filling up your hands again, but on this occasion I don't think we're going to get a chance to bring it back. Okay, yeah, not particularly helpful. We need creatures on the board. Yeah, yikes. Got another 8. Ouch, ouch. Are we going to draw into anything? I'm not sure. We've got too much to save us. What would have been next? Yeah. We need to know when to call it quits. Unfortunately, we didn't see the best of the deck. I do feel that Diamond rank is pretty much the limit for this. It doesn't have the sort of late game durability that a lot of other decks have as you climb up the ranks. So if you're looking to get to diamond rank pretty quickly, this and mono red wins, that will help you significantly. But up to that point, I would say maybe look at another deck. But it is fun, it is quick. Swing in for some damage. Probably play the Miscreant next. Draw us a card. So, unfortunately, we didn't get a second island. So we're swinging in with those. But one more flyer, we can start getting the Sephara up, and she is an absolute beast. Yeah, that's fine. So what we're going to do is play the Empyrean Eagle to give it a boost. Then we will play the Miscreant to give the Watcher of Spheres another boost. Then we can play the... They tapped out pretty much. I'm going to attack first. Lovely. And then we play Sephara. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then hopefully get that life gain back. Maybe could have played it. Yeah, should have played it beforehand to get that extra point of damage, but I don't think we should be too worried. We weren't entirely sure whether they had. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I was querying why they was going to play an heroic intervention, but it doesn't matter. We won. So that is just a little feel of what the deck can do. Look at that hand. That is phenomenal. We are going to keep that. So we'll play... Yeah, we'll play the Temple of Enlightenment first. Do a little bit of scrying. Yeah, we'll keep the land. Nice. So we are going to play the Plains and play Sovereign. If this is the enchantment sort of Voltron deck that I've seen with the Paradise Druid, that is pretty naughty. Because if you give it Vigilance, because it's got hexproof, it's pretty hard to get rid of. So we're going to Hallowed Fountain, then Healer's Hawk. Yeah, there it is, Questing Beast, that's the thing. Right, so we're going to play the Eagle, then Miscreants. Then we're going to, yeah, we'll leave that one behind. Swing in for some damage. So this is where the Rally of Wings, I think it's called, comes in on its own. We can just play that and it will wipe out the enemy so quickly. Clothis next, nice. Yeah, can't do much about that. Unfortunately, my turn. Play the Sailor. Let's get a Rally of Wings. No, but we can play 1 and then 2. And he scoops. So even then, our Watcher of the Spheres would have gone up to 5. I think we had enough. Sweet, so we'll play one more to give you a true taste of the deck. We'll keep that. We've got a nice curve, and Wing Words will hopefully let us draw into some more stuff. Yeah, the Eagle is not a bad third drop. It just curves out so well. Red deck wins, maybe. It is quite a tricky matchup. Ah, cycling deck, nice. So we'll play the planes, then we can crack out a Healer's Hawk. Then pass our turn and flash in the Sailor to avoid any removal. Another cycle. Another cycle. Yep. So then we can play the Eagle and start swinging. Have a little think. Does it like our land? Play that Eagle. Swing, swing. Hopefully we'll draw a land, then we can play the Sovereign and the Winged Words. There we go. Yeah, that's good enough for us. So, but I'll tell you what, we'll play the Winged Word first. Hopefully get a land that you don't have to pay life for, which we don't get, but that's fine. Then we can play the Hallowed Fountain, pop in the Skycat Sovereign. Swing, swing, swing. And then next turn, Rally of Wings, game. And we don't even need the Rally of Wings. He needs to get some removal on us. Good game, yeah. Oh, there we go. That is Azorious Fliers for you. Super quick, super aggro. If you want to climb up that ladder quickly without much fuss, up to about diamond rank, I think that's where its limit is. Yeah, it's the deck for you. Thank you so much again for tuning in to Homebrew MTG. Remember to check those links in the description below. See what perks that you can get yourself on Patreon. If you like this deck or you're thinking of picking up some singles, use our affiliate link with TGC players, and that will also help out the channel just by buying cards, which you would normally do. You can also help the channel in the normal ways, like, subscribe, comment. It's all really appreciated. Until the next time, cheers.